Forever. Man, that album is so good. It's so good. Hey, Jose, what's up? We're on. That's right. We're up. We're talking a little Bon Iver. Bon Iver, as I like to call it. When was the first time you correctly pronounced Bon Iver?
Uh, Jeez, I don't even know. Cause the reason I found out about Justin Vernon was because of his collabs on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So for a long time I called them Bone Iver.
See, for the yeah, it was like Bon Iver was, everyone used to call him that, right?
Right.
I used to have a joke that you're so white, you know how to correctly pronounce Bon Iver. Like
That's actually
two people got that joke. My friend Ozair in Austin, who's a
not white.
hipster. Yeah, he's like us. He's brown, one, but he's like us. He's a hipster, right? He got the joke, and then one other listener got it. The rest of the sports radio audience was like, "What are you talking about?" That's been a big criticism of mine, by the way. He's like, "Hey, I think you're too smart for your listeners." I'm like, "Wait, what? Are you calling our listeners dumb because I'm not that
They
smart?"
are.
Nah, they're not dumb. They're just simple.
Josh is pretty dumb.
Yeah, that is right. He is pretty dumb. Welcome in. The reason we're talking about Bon Iver is because Taylor Swift dropped a new song with Justin Vernon, Bon Iver, and that song slaps, son. That is a damn good song until Taylor gets on it.
No, you're you're
No,
being a hater.
come on.
You're being a big ass hater. That song is
I'm not.
fire from 000 to 434, whatever the track length is.
It is so fire when he hits his patented Bon Iver solo 808 like auto-tuned voice, and then Taylor comes in and just like repeats everything he says, and you're like, oh man. Okay, and then also she copied Lana Del Rey big time in the first first two songs. I was like, wait, is this Lana Del Rey or is this Taylor Swift?
Man, why are you hating? You just don't want to see you want to see Big T prosper. That's the Kanye stand in you.
No, dude.
That's not wanting to see Big T prosper.
No, I listened to the whole thing multiple times. You know why? This is the first album she released that she owns. That's a huge deal. So I support that.
What do you mean by owns? Like, oh, because she owns all of her. She got out of her deal, right?
Yeah, she got out of her deal, and that guy, I forgot the dude's name.
Braun, is it?
Yeah, he still owns.
Braun, I think.
Yeah, he still owns all of Taylor's stuff, right? If I'm not wrong. But this is her first album.
I think he owns the masters to her old stuff now.
Okay.
Which was one of the big things. Which is one of the big things with her. With that, one of the big reasons she was fighting with them was the ownership for her masters.
Do you know why that's important?
I think for royalty purposes, once the artists pass away, I think. I know for sure it plays a big factor in like when your songs get used in commercials and how much of a cut you see from that. So I think a big role in that is posthumous. Like what happens with your music once you go, and obviously when Taylor Swift passes away, her music's so big, right? It's going to still be popular in some extent. So that was always a big thing about Prince, how he owned a lot of his masters. Big thing with Frank Ocean too, who forced his way out of Def Jam, and it was a big deal that he was able to leave with his masters because Def Jam doesn't really do that.
Wow. How do you do that?
I don't really know, but he finessed them. If you remember, right before he dropped, what's the name of his second album? Why am I blanking? Channel Orange is his first album. The second album, right before he dropped the second album, he released like an hour-long like stream thing on Apple Music, and he used that as an album, which was able to get him out of his deal.
Oh, so that they're like, oh, I met my minimum, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, gotcha. That's smart. You gotta, you know what? That's the big thing, right? Like, you gotta own your own stuff. You gotta start your own label. And did you ever listen to the podcast when I had
Blonde? Why was I blanking? That was so annoying.
That was the second one.
Yes.
The host of Man Fire Food. Now I'm blanking on his name. Oh man, why am I blanking on his name? He was so awesome, and he joined us on the podcast. But man, I'm gonna remember this in a second. I see his face. I watch him.
Roger Mooking.
Yes, Roger Mooking. He was in a band in the 90s. It was almost like around the same time as Tribe Called Quest, and it was like more neo soul, funk, jazz. And he said they were one of the first groups that left and started their own label and owned everything because they saw the writing on the wall when it came to, so many record labels taking on different groups and like them getting lost in the shuffle. So they're like, well, let's just do our own thing and own everything instead of cutting up the profits. So now that's like normal, right? Like every artist is under a label, but they own their own label.
Yeah, they either do like distribution deals or the label just decides to hop on to the brand they've already created, or they pretend that they're not tied to any labels, despite the fact they're industry plants like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. You've kind of gone sour on Chance the Rapper.
His last album sucked. Like I saw a funny tweet yesterday that was like, honestly, I went back to listen to The Big Day, and realistically, like after listening to it so much, I realized it didn't get enough hate as it should have.
There are a couple bangers on that album.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there are a couple bangers.
Hot Shower was an atrocious song.
Hot Shower was horrible. I didn't like that song, but college kids love that.
That song alone ruins everything.
And then the Sun Comes Down is a great song. I love that song.
Sure. I don't even remember it. I'm never going to go back to listen to it.
Wow. It's because he wants to be Kanye's running mate, and you are officially out on him because of that.
No, I don't think it's that. I just didn't think his last album was good, and he talks like an idiot on Twitter all the time, and it's just kind of like, all right, dude, just shut up already.
Okay, so I want to ask you this question since we talked about it real quickly about who had the biggest glow up after their death. Like last week, obviously Kobe, rest in peace. They're gonna be releasing some shoes here pretty soon. The Kobe 5 retros, or the Protros as they call it, because you can actually play in them. They're gonna sell out so fast. It's the Bruce Lee colorways, the yellow ones, and then they have the inverted colorways as well, right, or the alternates. So that one's gonna sell out, and if it's coming in a pack, and what that means is both pairs are released together, you're estimating it's gonna be about $1,000 resale, right? Like roughly there. So not counting Kobe, because I think it's deserved. Prince, after he passed away, he shot up the charts. It's deserved. Is there anybody who like had the glow up after they passed away that you're like, you were kind of mild on before?
Oh, I don't know if I was mild on them, but when Michael Jackson passed away, it was kind of like, oh, like Michael Jackson's gone, and everyone kind of forgot about the fact he sexually assaulted kids. And for a while, no one ever really talked about it again because it was seen as a way of like besmirching a dead person.
Yeah.
But then the HBO documentary came out, and then everyone again was like, "Oh yeah, we kind of just moved on from this, didn't we?" And
okay, Michael Jackson's a good one. Real quickly, my buddy I drove the car to Atlanta
for free, like a dummy. Yeah.
Like a dummy. He sent me a gift.
Oh yeah, what he sent you?
He sent me Michael Jackson vinyls. So I didn't put it up on my wall of vinyls. It's in the storage. It's in my No,
don't put them in the storage. They're gonna morph in the heat.
No, not like that storage. I mean like in the cabinet where all the other vinyls are. Because I have spots for 8 of my best vinyls right now, and that it didn't make the wall.
Josh mentions XX Extension, if that's how you pronounce his name, and Juice WRLD. I don't agree on Juice WRLD. I actually think Juice WRLD is really good.
What about Pop Smoke?
Pop Smoke, I didn't really listen to him. I feel like people already really liked him. As far as what we're talking about, I feel like with X maybe is the case because everyone kind of hated X because he has a shady past of physically assaulting one of his girlfriend, I think his pregnant girlfriend at the time, and just having a bad track record. But the way he was murdered, I guess people sympathize with him. So there was a little bit of a revisionist history with that. But to me, the biggest one is Michael Jackson. At least from the top of my head, the biggest one I can think of.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of one musically right now. But if you guys have any, just let us know. Of course, if you're listening, if you're watching live, just put it in the comments. If you're listening to us, tweet it to us, or you can send us a message on any of the platforms we're on.
I feel like everyone, it kind of became a joke to really like Linkin Park, and then when Chester Bennington committed suicide, it was kind of like, oh, geez, like that really happened. Like,
did people not like Linkin Park?
It became like a meme to like Linkin Park.
Why?
Almost to, well, not almost to the level, because listening to Nickelback is the epitome of like the music meme, right?
Yeah.
But it was almost to that level with Linkin Park.
Man, Linkin Park's first couple of albums were badass.
Yeah.
Those were really good albums. They sounded good. It brought a whole new style to the music game. For crying out loud, they did a remix album with Jay-Z, who was at the time the biggest rap star. That, like, I'll never get that. Like, I guess people just want to nitpick, right, and like try to get jokes off, because I don't get the Linkin Park hate. Well, I'm also old, I'm old, I guess.
Oh, buddy, we're definitely gonna get to how you've been having extra old tendencies lately. But
like what?
We'll get to them. We're gonna talk about them. But a lot of their music became more poppy, generic, like uninspired, like rock music in some aspects. So I think that was part of it. But it is also just kind of like the flow of popular music just kind of changes, right?
Yeah.
What's popular and what's trending. Like no one listens to new metal anymore. Like that's just, everyone's moved on from that.
Nirvana's a good one. Josh said, what about Nirvana? Did they get bigger after Kurt Cobain's suicide? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
they were popular, but not to the level they are now.
Yeah, he committed suicide in 95, so I can't really speak to their popularity during. But now they're like a cultural phenomenon. When the grunge phase lasted, what, like in mainstream music, it lasted, I feel like 5 years.
I was gonna say like 4 months. and then
like Kurt Cobain is just like a folk hero.
Yeah, he's there. They are the biggest name from that era.
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I can't think. Let me see who else has passed away that we can think. Regis, his clip, the dude who called his dad. I remember watching that live.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I remember watching that episode live. Did you ever watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I think so. I don't really remember like specifically, but I'm sure I did. Like that was one of the biggest TV shows at the time. I'm sure I did. I just don't remember a specific instance when I watched it.
It was must-watch television. It was Game of Thrones times 100. You know how we all like Sundays here, Game of Thrones watch party, or Super Bowl. Like it was huge, man. I remember because I was in middle school. I would watch it, and like I would remember because I would get ready for Friday prayer, and I would always be late because I wanted to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because we all talked about it. Like legit middle schoolers were talking about it. Like, did you see that? Man, he was a question away. Or that dude who called his dad and he's like, Dad, I just want to let you know I'm about to become a millionaire. And Regis is like, oh, you can't like Regis's face was like, wait. I'm supposed to be the egotistical one. What are you doing?
You're just showing on me.
Yeah. But that clip went viral afterwards, and Regis, man, I didn't know he did that much TV. Like did you see some of the raw numbers, how many hours he put in and how many times he was a guest on David Letterman? Of course, all the episodes he did with Kelly, I mean, that's a daily show for 3 or 4 hours. You're going to put in a lot of time, but man, that dude was a monster.
Josh mentioned Selena. That it seems like now she's gotten a resurgence with people of our age. I don't know, because my dad was always listening to her, and again, she died when I was about a year old. I think in at the end of 94, beginning of 95. So I felt like it's just a product of growing up with it. I don't know, but I don't really know. I don't know that. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Selena's been popular my whole life, and yeah, I can't remember a moment where like she wasn't popular. So Yeah, I'm gonna go no on that one. Okay, if we have more, you put them in the comments. I just wanted to ask that question since we brought it up real quickly. Let's get to Major League Baseball and COVID news real quickly.
Oh
So,
boy.
today, the Miami Marlins, it was announced that 11 people tested positive for COVID-19 after one tested positive on Saturday, then another two on Sunday. So that brings a grand total of 3. Last night, we were all like, we were reading about it where 3 people tested positive, and The Athletic and Ken Rosenthal. Was it Ken Rosenthal who wrote the story? I believe it was. He said, he talked to some experts in the disease space, and they said, oh, there's about to be an outbreak, guys, in that team for sure. And we wake up and find out there's 11 or 14, no, it's 14 total cases, and it is a full-blown spread within that team. Not all 14 were players, though. So everyone's like, okay, that's it. Baseball's canceled. This is it. This is it. There was no way they were going to cancel baseball. No way. I'm telling you, the only way sports gets canceled, it's if a player or a coach goes to the hospital and is in the hospital for a while. Because as of right now, all the cases have been, yes, I've tested positive and I have symptoms, but I'm fine. Like, they all come back and they're okay. As soon as somebody checks into a hospital, or God forbid, somebody passes away, that's a wrap for everybody. So don't let cases determine what happens.
See, my thought on that is we don't have to be at that point in the first place. Like, there shouldn't be a reason why the Phillies, knowing that there's cases in the Marlins locker room, is sending their own employees into that visitor's locker room, exposing them, now quarantining them. You shouldn't be putting these people in that position in the first place. It's to me, like, and this has always been my take, and I've had to eat crow with the NBA already. I don't think it's worth taking the risk, not because of the athletes and because they'll sure, if they get sick they'll recover, but there's all these people taking care of these athletes who aren't getting tested every day, who aren't getting treated in the same way the NBA players or Major League Baseball players are going to be treated, and they're just going to fall through the cracks. And to me, that really sucks. Now, the bubble has been successful for over a week now. They've had no cases. But at the same time, last we heard, they weren't going to test all of the Disney employees who are taking care of the players.
Yeah.
So,
but my understanding of that is, knowing somebody that has talked to people in the bubble, the people that aren't being tested, there's not contact. You're not, like, again, if they're making your food, it's getting wiped down. Everything is sanitized. So they're not interacting with people that haven't been tested. That's my understanding. And I could be wrong, but from what I know, and I'm going to talk to somebody from the bubble hopefully this week. So we'll find out more about it. Ooh, a little tease for you guys.
You still got your radio ways. I see you.
Yeah, a little tease, a long-term tease that might not pay off. It might not pay off, but I'm efforting somebody from the bubble. So we'll find out, like, hey, if there's untested people, are you interacting with them? My understanding is they're not. So like if everyone is negative and they've been tested multiple times, COVID just doesn't appear. Right, so the bubble scenario works out.
Yeah,
so
the bubble scenario is perfect. We've seen it it's working with the NBA. It worked with the NWSL. It worked with the MLS, despite NHL, the hiccup they had at the beginning. It's with the NHL today came out and said they don't have any cases. The bubbles are working. Mm-hmm. Now the MLB obviously isn't doing the bubble, and the NFL thinks they are above the virus, like they think they're above everything else. Those are going to be issues, and we're going to see more instances like what's happening with the Marlins.
Yeah, that's going to be – you're right. That is –
so what's going to happen with – and that's why they have all these expanded rosters where every single team has all these players you've never heard of, some guys who are jumping from AA to the majors, and they have all these players because they're expecting all of this to happen. But what happens when there's so many players contaminated that you can't field the team?
Dude, that's why I was shocked the positive test leaked. And again, this could be a player on the Phillies. It could be a player on the Marlins leaking it and telling Ken Rosenthal or whomever that, hey, look, I don't want to be here, but I want to get my paycheck. This isn't safe. So here's what's happening, right? That's how it leaks. I was shocked it leaked in terms of Major League Baseball because I thought they would hide every positive case. I thought they wouldn't even talk about it because it's the most sloppy one right now of all the sports because you're traveling, you're running into people, you're not quarantined, you're not in a bubble. You're gonna have people break it. You're going through airports. It's gonna happen. So I get and I get the secondary effect of all this. That what happens to the people that aren't the players? And you're right. I don't know. They're definitely at risk. And I don't know what would happen. Like, do you tell them, hey, I don't want to work, I don't want to be in the clubhouse? But they make a lot of money, man. They make a lot of money with their salary and their tips.
It's a tough situation. I still think they shouldn't be playing. Obviously, what I think doesn't matter. They're going to play, and they're going to continue to play until there's just enough cases where they decide they have to shut this down. It's just a really tough situation, man. And baseball, from this has been a terrible year for baseball. From their labor disputes about when to start the season, from the fact that they just fought, the Players Association with the owners just fought about how many games they should play, and they dragged that for almost a month, it felt like. Then we finally get a date. We finally get everything settled in, and they decide, oh, you know what? Let's add this crazy playoff scenario. They add it, and here we are now with all these tests, and the manager of the freaking Marlins saying that they left it up to the players whether they want to play or not. Like, that's organizational malpractice. That should not have happened.
He should be fired right away. Somebody should be fired for that because there's no way that's in their protocols. Because, again, if they follow the protocols and there's a 113-page protocol list or whatever that they put out, if they quarantine those players immediately, I don't know. I mean, they definitely are going to test positive with other players, but is it going to be 11 other people in the organization? I don't think so. And they broke that. Like, that is on them. Somebody should be fired. Like, dude, we're all in this together, right? It's such a cliche saying, but for real, all the MLB teams are in this together because if the Marlins are the weak link in all of this and somebody goes to the hospital, it's done. That's it. There's no more season.
Yeah, and it's just a really murky scenario. It's shout out to the NBA, man. I know we talk a lot and we praise the NBA a lot. We've also criticized them, but they've handled this. And I know it's tougher for other sports because of roster sizes alone. But man, them in hockey, the NHL as well doesn't get enough praise for how they handled their COVID-19 protocols. And everyone was so mad when the commissioner of hockey, like a month and a half ago, was like, all right, this is our plan. This is everything we're gonna do. We don't know where we're gonna go play yet, but this is every step. And everyone was so mad that he wouldn't announce where they were going to play. And imagine now if they would have ended up with, I don't know, Nevada as a hub, which was rumored for a long time, like as their cases spike. It's just hockey did the right thing waiting it out.
They ended up doing Toronto, right? Toronto and Vancouver, I believe.
Right.
How did they get approved in Toronto? Is it because they're not traveling? They're in a bubble.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because obviously Canada told the Blue Jays, get the hell out of here.
Dude,
you're not coming in and out of this country.
The Blue Jays didn't have a home as of opening day. Like, I was like, what is happening here? Where are they going to play? They were supposed to play in Pittsburgh, but then Pittsburgh was like, nah, fam, get out of here. We don't need y'all over here. Then
which is crazy. Why would you want? I don't know, man. I don't think the Pirates did the wrong thing.
Yeah, and then they ended up with Baltimore, right? That as of last time I read, Baltimore is going to be their home games, but they're going to start their first series in Washington, in D.C., where the Nationals, because I think they're playing a series against the Nationals, so they'll just flip it and they'll be the home team while the Nationals are the road team. So there's going to be a lot of different things. I say just cancel the season because Verlander is hurt, so let's just call it a wrap.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so let me fill you guys on this little thing that's happening. Somebody is either going to well, look, Chandler Rome is leaving the Houston Chronicle regardless of how this story turns out. Somebody's
sources?
Yeah,
big sources are telling you this?
So here's what's going to happen. Either he's going to be spot on and he's correct and he got the story right, and a bigger paper is going to come calling and say, come on, Chandler, come on down here, cover this team. Or B, he's going to get fired. Because what happened on Sunday, for those of you that aren't baseball fans, we're talking a lot of sports because sports just started back up and there's a lot of good stories, juicy gossip stories. So Chandler Rome is a MLB writer for the Houston Chronicle. During the game, he put out a story that Justin Verlander, a pitcher for the Astros, who pitched the night before, is done for the season because of an elbow injury. And that was it. Like, he's a wrap. And after the game, the Astros and Dusty Baker, their manager, said, no, he's only out for a couple of weeks. We'll reevaluate then. It's a forearm strain. And then it just turned into madness when Justin Verlander tweeted and goes, hey, guys, all reports of me being done for the season are not true. We're going to reevaluate this. I am out, though. He is out for a couple of weeks. So either Chandler Rome just got screwed by somebody within the organization, or he's about to be a hero.
I mean, which one do you think is more likely?
Man, I think he got screwed by somebody in the organization.
You think so?
I think so.
I think the Astros are just lying about another injury. They do it all the time. They did it with McCullers with the same thing, that he had a forearm issue. Then we find, and he suddenly gets pulled up from the rotation and he only pitches in relief. Suddenly, all of a sudden, his wife is posting that he needs Tommy John. That's that same year, Altuve has knee discomfort for 4 or 5 months, and after the day after they get eliminated by the Red Sox in the ALCS, the day after, he has surgery for a busted kneecap. Like they have a track record of just lying about injuries.
Well, that was okay. So to be fair, that was under Jeff Luhnow, and that was one of the big concerns about Jeff Luhnow. Is like, dude, we can't trust Jeff Luhnow, and if you can't trust Jeff Luhnow, what happens?
I feel like you need me to make.
I'm gonna shoot you. That's why. Because if Young Metro don't trust you, I had to bring back a classic in that. Sorry.
I feel like you were setting up a joke for me, but I didn't know what you needed me to say.
Yeah, it was just a DJ tag. It was a Young Metro DJ tag. That was it.
We don't have drops on this show yet. We don't have the capability.
No, we don't, because then we could be kicked off of YouTube for playing it. But that was under Jeff Luhnow, so this is a Click Foundation, right? Like, Click is different. We don't know if they're lying. The fact that Justin Verlander came out and tweeted about it was different. I don't remember Lance ever denying or saying, hey, I'm fine. Obviously, Altuve didn't, because Altuve never talks anyways, or tweets on his own. He doesn't even have a Twitter account. Verlander coming out yesterday.
Internet.
I don't think he has. Yeah, he doesn't have internet like James Harden. He definitely doesn't. Is he on social media? I don't think he's on Instagram anymore. He used to be. I don't even know.
I'm not sure. I don't follow him.
Jose Altuve don't care. He's like, man, I'm good. I'm just getting really bad tattoos that don't look good. Okay, that's what I'm about. So I think it is going to be. They're going to reevaluate. He might be on the injured list again for another week after that, but I think he will pitch.
Let's hope. Because
I think somebody fed him bad information.
It's not a good outlook without Verlander.
No, it's not. Follow me here. Wasn't Chandler Rome a big part of the Brandon Taubman story? Wasn't he, like, he was tweeting something about it right after it happened?
No, it wasn't Chandler Rome. You know who it was?
It was the SI guy.
No, it was Stephanie Epstein from SI.
Yeah, she was first.
It was Scrunchy, the lady Granados calls Scrunchy. Allison Footer.
Yeah.
And it was the other Chronicle guy, Hunter, who got caught up in the he was dating a minor and is in jail now.
Yeah. Hunter is in jail. So There's that. And remember when Allison Footer just put like a little emoji instead of just destroying him? Like, thanks, Allison. But yeah, okay. So Chandler was not that guy because my conspiracy
it was Hunter.
It was Hunter for sure. My conspiracy theory was they're trying to get him back for something he did and make him look bad.
Yeah,
because there's petty. I mean, look.
I mean,
there's some petty people.
Especially like, I feel like there's a lot of petty people there after everything that happened with Brandon Taubman. So I don't know, man. We can't rule. We can't rule it out, right?
No, we can't rule anything out.
It just feels like another lie.
Okay, what else from this week, Jose? That you because I never get your stories. We always run out of time, and this week we have no guests or anything, so it's just us two. What else from this week? You were upset at Nike sneakers again. Okay, you're so upset at them.
So here's the thing with the Nike sneakers app. I've actually had an okay success rate. I'm pulling it up now and this will be stream only because I don't like people knowing what I got.
Nah, don't even say what you got. Let's just say you.
No, don't even show it.
No, don't.
I just wanted a subtle flex for the timeline. All right, I've had a decent success rate with stuff, but it's just the sneaker game's getting kind of frustrating, man.
Nike sneakers app is, by the way, the app that you use to get really important drops, and what drops are like a new pair of Jordans at release, or in your case, the dunks, the Grateful Dead dunks, which are really cool.
Are they though? I wasn't that mad about those because if I got those, I would have sold those because I don't know if I would have worn them. They're kind of ugly, but not like the Chunky Dunkies were so ugly they were cool. They were just ugly to me.
The orange ones were pretty sweet.
The orange ones were fine. The green ones were atrocious. The yellow ones were fine.
And then you wanted the off-white. The off-white 5s or 4s? Which
4s.
4s.
The 4s. And that was the release that was really frustrating with like people not even being able to submit their information. It happened to me. It just wouldn't let me. It just kept telling me. It just kept giving me error messages for the release. I had a screenshot of it, but I can't find it. But yeah, it was just giving these error messages, and it was just, it's about time the sneakers app humbled Jose. Yep, it was a very humbling week last week, and it's just everyone knows sneakers is a disaster to the point where we all make jokes about it, right?
Yeah, like I don't think I've ever won a highly sought out release. The only one I can think of were the Euler Travis Scotts. Remember the
and you sold those like a dummy.
I sold those the day of.
Like horrible. A dummy.
I should have held it because they're like $800 right now.
They're $1,000 now, dead stock.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I really messed up on that one.
You did.
I was like, I need money right now. And I don't know why. I didn't even need money.
No, you didn't need money. Now you need money.
See, yeah, now I need money.
Imagine if you held on to them till today.
Man, that's crazy. I would have made $900 on, or was it $800 on those? So whatever. Okay, so I've hit on those, but I don't even try.
Those actually weren't that hard to get. There was a lot of pairs of those.
Yeah,
I feel like that was the most available Travis shoe, aside from maybe those 30s that no one wanted.
And that's big. And see, you were a horrible advisor in that situation because that's what you told me. You're like, dude, these are readily available. So I was like, oh, they're not going to resell for that much. So I just took the highest offer that day and just got rid of them.
No, but you should have known they were going to go up in value over time, like literally everything does.
No, but you know what I thought? I was like, man, I'm getting I think I ended up selling them for like 400 something. And I was like, well, I'm not going to, I mean, that's about right. Cause at that time, even like the Yeezys, and they were like pretty limited, were going for 500, right? Like, $400. So I was like, okay, that's it. There was a spike on StockX recently where like everything is super expensive again.
We got to get off to StockX with their stupid fees and their stupid data breaches that they don't tell their customers about until it got exposed by the media.
I use these two kids. They're not kids. I mean, they're starting their own company. They're called the Dead Stock Guys. DSHOUTX on Instagram. Dead Stock Houston, Texas. But I know these guys personally, and they are awesome, man. Like they've helped me resell a few things, and the fees are so low. You know, like It's StockX. You end up losing almost 17 to 18% on
Yeah.
your final purchase. And sometimes they'll do a deal where they'll only take like 8%, but that's rare. You're gonna lose a lot. That's the game, you know. That's how all these companies make their money, is the percentages. Just like in a stock trade, right? That they just want percentages. So they're just your middleman. They're just making sure everything works out for you. You don't have to do anything. But I use these guys, and again, this is unpaid. I just like them.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, hashtag ad. Don't forget Alamo Remedy. By the way, they have hemp flower, as you heard in the commercial to start this episode on the audio side. So now, for all you people that like just lighting up a joint, you can light up some CBD. Hemp flower. Less than 0.3% THC, so you won't test positive. So boom, there you go. But you get all your CBD, because some people like smoking it in, right? Like they like that way. So do what you got to do. But they got hemp flower now at Alamo Remedy, alamo-remedy.com. Hashtag ad. There you go, officially. Okay, so now what do you think? Are they going to do anything about the sneakers app? Because this has always been the case.
No, nothing's going to change. And that's just part of the frustration, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was that really good Twitter thread from that former Complex writer. I can't remember his name right now. Today's just a day where we don't remember anyone's name. And he just was on a soapbox about just how the game is just messed up. Like, it's just every social media influencer gets a pair of shoes and makes people want these pair of shoes that they will never be able to obtain. But here we are like dummies trying to obtain them.
Yeah.
And it's just a cycle that it's just going to continue. And it doesn't affect Nike, because whether it's a social media influencer or a reseller with crazy amount of bots, they're going to sell those shoes.
Yeah, and you know Nightwing, right? Of Wear Testers. Yeah. He's awesome. He's such a cool dude. I might try to get him on the show if you want one day. He's a really good dude, and he's built up this awesome brand, and he reviews basketball shoes. He's a hooper who just likes, you know, reviewing shoes. He's made it into a nice business. But he put it best. He goes, now the sneaker game, the hype game, is just all about making $20.
Yeah.
You know, like you take up all these pairs, all these Yeezys and stuff, like people that want to wear it, and you buy them all up, and you're making $20 a pop on them. That's it.
Think of the inconvenience that is. Like, to me, like, getting these shoes, boxing them up, shipping them, waiting all this time to get a payout is just not worth a $20 profit margin. Granted, these guys are selling like 100 pairs of shoes. Like, big resellers will get like 200-300 pairs of shoes at a time. It's just, to me, like, if you're slinging like 5 pairs of shoes at a time, it's not worth it. But you're right on that aspect. Like, since I don't know if it's the pandemic, I don't know if it's the last dance, maybe it's a combination of both. But since this late spring, early summer, every Jordan will sell out. Every Jordan resells now, and that wasn't the case. Like, nothing just sits like it did a year and a half ago.
I think Last Dance had a huge impact on all of this. Everyone wanted some kind of Jordan, right? Like, it added a whole new market, which is good for people that want to sell. Which, by the way, if you want a pair of the 7210s or the Space Jams, I got a pair size 11. Holla at your boy, or actually shout out to the DS HOUTX guy, the Deadstock boys. They'll take care of you. I'll give them the fee. I don't care, because they deserve it. But yeah, like, that's what it is, man. Everyone, they want a pair, right? I've seen more people wearing Jordans on my timeline, and they're wearing them in their living room because nobody's going out, you know? Like, that's the crazy part. But yeah, people want it. I understand that. But man, the people that are in the resale game, it's gone out of hand. It's not even fun anymore, you know? Like, it's just dumb.
Raul mentions, I've switched over to the replica game and I've never been happier. Is there a single shoe that you can think of? Because one of my best friends, my longest best friend, he always talks all this mess about how he just wants to do it. He just wants to switch over to the replica shoes and find the best bootleg of whatever off-white shoe that he's always really wanted, right?
Yeah. So like, you just go on DHgate and just find them, right?
Well, there's even websites better than DHgate where you could find them for like $250, which is a lot for a fake shoe, but you get like a quality that's like almost up to par with the legit pair.
I would do the Chicago off-whites.
I feel like that's a lot of people's pair.
But man, I almost bought a pair of the first Yeezys ever, and I even messaged Adrian, our guy who used to be with Sneaker Summit. Shout out to him. He is a spicy boy. I delivered his spicy boy mask. I hand delivered his mask because he lives right by me. Got my mask. Oh, by the way, if you didn't buy a mask, shame on you. We're all done because I'm not shipping out anymore because I'm tired of it. I still have a few. If you want them, just message me.
You can make it in. Imagine you're tired of slinging a couple hundred masks. You can resell any shoes, dog.
No, I couldn't. That's why I don't do it. That's why I do it. Like that's why I let other people. You know what I do? I go take whatever percentage. I'm good with it.
Go do this for me
because it's not worth the headache for me. I'm sorry. All right. But I messaged him. I remember this when the first Yeezy came. The first Yeezys came out, the Moon Rocks. I messaged him. And I was like, "Hey, what do you?" Because I couldn't find any, and he was like, "Dude, it's gonna be expensive if you want them." Because back then they're not making that many, right?
No.
Now you can just go buy Yeezys. It's easy. It's like for the most part, it's easy. But I messaged him and I said, "Hey, what do you think about this one from DH Gate?" And he's like, "Yo, you don't want to get in the replica game, man. It's frowned upon because like people will know that it's a fake." And I'm like, "Who's gonna know in my life that I'm wearing a fake Yeezy?" But I never did it. I should have done that one because I did want the first pair. Those are sweet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, who's going to really know at this point? And it's all vanity, right? Because at the end of the day, like you're doing these things for yourself just to flex on people. Like,
that's it.
One of the hardest parts about like how things have changed at Gal Media is I have no one to flex my stuff at anymore. Everyone's gone. So what I do now is what I do now is I go to Michael Carroll's office, our good friend, the GOAT, Michael Carroll, and I'll be like, "Oh, look what I got on today," and I have to explain to him what they are. And he just plays along. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's really cool. Those are really cool." God bless him. He just plays along.
Oh man, like Tyler flexes on you with the satin Jordans he got. He was so happy about those, and that's all. Like, that's his big flex. But yeah, there's no one else to flex on. Lance doesn't get it. I was the only one.
Lance only gets it with Adidas shoes.
Yeah, Dell doesn't care. Dell, I've been like sending Dell shoes because he's looking for some basketball shoes, and he probably hates this, but here's what I do. If you ever ask me like, "Hey, what basketball shoe should I get?" or "What running shoe?" If I'm I'm into that, I will send you 10 links. I will say, "Hey, how do you like playing?" I'll give you like a concierge treatment. I'll go, "Hey, okay, what kind of game do you have? What do you think? What's your biggest foot pain?" And I recommend the right shoe. I've been sending Dell links nonstop. I think you like this shoe. And like he's getting annoyed of it. I know, because he even asked me, he goes, "What do you think about the Pumas?" And I was like, I don't know. There's been mixed reviews. I don't think you'll like them. He never responded because I think he wanted those. That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. He
already has them.
Yeah, definitely he has them. Because I sent him some Jordan 34s. I was like, "Dude, you'll like these for sure." Also, Giannis dropped the Nigeria pair, the family pair, and I was like, "Hey, Dell,
those are sick.
You're Nigerian.
You need to get these, Dell.
Your dad would love this." He never responded. He's getting tired of me, so that's fine. But yeah, if you ever need recommendations for basketball shoes, don't ask me because I won't respond to you if I don't know you personally. But ask Nightwing. He's a great dude. Nightwing will respond to you. Lou Williams, are you done with your sneakers beef? You're good with sneakers, right?
I'm good.
Okay, Lou Williams, basketball player for the Clippers. My dude
former Rocket great.
Former Houston Rocket great. 2 girlfriends. His wife knows. Is it his wife knows about the girlfriend, or both girlfriends know about each other?
Both girls knew about each other.
But no, was it his wife, or were they just girlfriennes? Both of them.
I think they were both girlfriends. Yeah.
Okay, both of them were girlfriends. Okay, so that's cool. You know what?
And he's only with one now, I think.
Yeah, because guess what? Jealousy occurs. No matter how much stuff you buy, you're gonna get jealous. Lou Williams is with the Clippers now. He went home to Atlanta and went for a funeral. Had an excused, for a break of the bubble. He was allowed to go home, as have many players. Alex Caruso went home for a wedding, 100-guest wedding, by the way.
No, he didn't go.
Oh, he didn't go? I thought he did go.
No, he didn't go.
Okay, so he just stayed in Orlando?
Which, by the way, that must have been like...
That sucks, man.
There's no chance in hell I missed my sister's wedding.
That's tough. That's tough. But why is she having an actual ceremony? This is the perfect time not to have a ceremony and not get in trouble for it. I had 2 friends literally just get married and they saved how much money, right? You know how expensive weddings are. I can't even imagine if you're a Caruso. You gotta spend money. You got NBA money.
Yeah, no.
Like, why would
Damn,
you even do that?
I wish these hoes weren't playing. I could have gotten married now and never have to pay that much money.
Yeah,
I'm a big like all out wedding party type of guy. So long as it's not mine.
Yep, I'm with you. I love a good wedding as long as I'm not paying. Right? I'm gonna give you a gift, and it's gonna be a nice gift. But
honestly,
yeah,
you're getting so many gifts. I might not get you a gift.
Oh,
you're not gonna notice.
No, they notice. People keep track of that stuff. Jose, trust me. Every person I know that's planned a wedding, we all make spreadsheets because we're gonna have to come to your wedding, and guess what? You're not getting if you didn't give me a gift. I'm not giving you a gift either. That's how it works.
Well, I didn't know you for your wedding, so I'm good.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna give you a gift because you didn't give me one. But man, people that are like doing ceremonies right now, y'all wilding out. Just relax. Just get married, move in together, spend that money on a house. We always say that, but now you have an excuse. Your family can't even get upset. Like, you're protecting them, right? So Lou Williams left, Zion has left and come back since. Austin Rivers has left and come back since. But Lou Williams, while he was back home, he was like, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Let's go get some chicken wings. That's fine. You can go get some food, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Support local businesses.
Yeah, I thought that's what it's all about. Remember when we would support local businesses when this first started? Yeah. We were the original bailout, the people of this country. Instead, he did support local business, but unfortunately, he went to a strip club to get chicken wings, and now he's quarantining for 10 days.
And now everyone and their mom have a joke at Lou's expense. He's now Kendrick Perkins, which has for some reason become a big NBA guy for ESPN, is at war with him, and Patrick Beverley's jumping in, and it's just a whole total mess.
I love it. It's so good. The worst thing to come of this is that stupid sports radio topic, like, what's the worst thing you've had at a strip club? Oh my gosh, can we stop with this? Like, that is a played out topic.
I love Raheel hates sports radio. I love this.
To be fair, I've always hated sports radio. You know that. Come on, I've always hated sports radio.
I think you've always disliked it. Now you officially hate it.
Okay, that's a better statement. Absolutely. I always made fun. I made fun of stuff I did at work.
You've always made fun of sports radio.
Yeah, like it's a bunch of dudes, like some dweebs going, "Hey, what did you eat at strip clubs?" Like, come on, man, stop. Like, don't pretend to be something you're not. You know, if that story came up to me, they're like, "Hey, Rio, what's the wildest thing you know how many times I've been to a strip club?" I went once.
Really?
I went once because a guest on the show, she was performing there, and she was like, "Well, you guys should all come by." And I was like, "Oh, I really don't want to go. I don't want to go to a strip club. That looks useless, right? I'm not going to pay anybody. I'm cheap, first of all. I'm the cheapest person you know, so I'm not going to waste money. And frankly, I had no money at the time, but everybody went. So you know what I did? Hey, we're here, and I peaced out. There's my experience right there. I'm just, it's not interesting to me. So you know what I would say on radio? Hey, that's my story. There it is. I'm not gonna pretend to be like, yeah, chicken wings at a strip club, they're great. I don't know. They might be great. They might be not. I like big city wings. That's it. I like sour cream and onion wings.
Hashtag ad. But apparently these wings were named after Lou Will. And if you looked them up on Yelp, there was a story on Bro Bible. They have like an incredible, like their reviews are on Yelp for their chicken wings, not for their strippers.
Wow, so it's legit great chicken wings.
It's legit great chicken wings.
Okay, we can't hate on that then.
Can you blame Lou Will for trying to support a small business?
Why
trying to get some wings that are named after him? And apparently there weren't dancers there.
There weren't?
Which doesn't make I mean, I feel like Georgia's definitely one of those states where they're not as
Georgia don't care
as strong with the virus. In fact, I think that the governor was threatening to sue the mayor of of Atlanta because of a mask mandate.
Dude, the only reason Georgia isn't getting lit up right now is because Florida is under them. That's the only reason. Georgia don't care. My sister lives there. She's updating us all the time about what's happening in Georgia. I was just there last month. Georgia don't care, man. Georgia's like, whatever. You guys figure it out. Just go. Can you guys stop bothering us, please? You guys it'll all work out somehow, some way. There's no plan, okay? But yeah, he got lit up on it, and it's fine. Everything is gonna be okay. He didn't test positive, so it's all right.
I will say, it was funny because everyone found out because some guy posted a picture of him at that strip club with Lou Will, and Lou Will is wearing the NBA face mask. To me, that was the funniest thing about this whole story, aside from the fact he actually got some bomb-ass wings that are named after him in Atlanta.
Oh,
but
man.
He's wearing his like the mask they've been giving all the players.
Dude, that's
at the
crazy.
strip club in Atlanta. That's hilarious.
Man, did you watch any of the games? What'd you think about it?
Of the scrimmages?
Yeah, the scrimmages.
I've liked them. The new camera angles are fun. Everything just feels so surreal, man, to be honest. To be watching all of this, and then the Black Lives Matter are written across the sideline, the screens surrounding the court. Mm-hmm. It just feels really different. But I've really liked the few minutes that I have watched of it. I haven't watched much.
I think the camera angles are going to be so badass from this. You saw the CP3 camera angle, right? The baseline.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Whoa, pull it up right now. You just pull it up on your phone. Don't pull it up on the stream, obviously. Although I think I could play it on the stream because it's on Twitter. Just look up CP3 camera angle on Twitter. It's the first result. It looks like it's a PS5. That camera angle is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. There it is right there. But you got to watch it. For those of you listening or watching, you can pull it up on Twitter. Just look up CP3 camera angle.
That's really sick.
It's him on the baseline, and it's a robot camera, I believe, because I don't think it's a handheld, or it's not a human-operated one, because they only have 2 or 3, I want to say 2, actual camera operators. Everything else is robot. But it's a baseline shot. They're playing the Celtics, and he just whips a baseline pass, and it looks like it's fake. It's that good. It's so good it's fake. So there's going to be some sick camera angles to come out of this. I can't wait to watch the actual ABC games because I think they're waiting to release those. They're doing tests behind the scenes. But when those actual games start, oh boy, it's going to be good.
Man, I can't wait. That's this Thursday, right? The 30th. Yeah, so
30th. And then here's where we disagree. You like the fake crowd noise? I think it's the worst thing in sports.
The worst thing in sports.
Yeah, worse than
not the fact that baseball has like a 3-day delay in their test turnarounds. Mm-hmm. The fact that they have idiots running the Miami Marlins. This is the worst thing in sports.
Yeah.
Not the fact that the NFL is just, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and go. This is the worst thing in sports. Absolutely, because you know what? Such an old man.
Hey, there's gonna be positive tests. Okay, we knew this going in. Sign Clay Travis, guys. Come on. We knew this is going to happen. So what? Hey, no, it sucks that they tested positive and hopefully nobody else gets it. It is so bad because the fake crowd noise, what is it accomplishing?
The feeling of authenticity.
What authenticity?
The feeling of
it's the
normalcy, not authenticity.
Okay, so
not
being
authenticity.
Normal.
Yes. Normalcy.
Okay, so for that 2 hours, it's like COVID-19 doesn't exist and I'm not stuck in my house?
Yeah.
No, come on, Jose. Jose, come on. Come on. We're not dumb, guys. Guess what? It sucks being home. It sucks that we're going through all this. It sucks that people have died, right? Like, absolutely. Your fake crowd noise isn't going to help me forget the fact that I'm unemployed. Sorry, NBA. Sorry, MLB. Sorry, MLB on Fox putting a whole damn fake crowd in there. We all know there's nobody there. What is this obsession about? We need to feel like everything is normal. It's not normal.
It just doesn't sound right. When they've done it in soccer, like the Italian league was very adamant about not doing it, and then they got a lot of feedback and they started doing the crowd noise. The Mexican league is not using crowd noise, and it just doesn't sound. It just sounds really weird. It sounds really like, and maybe that's because the cameras are. The soccer field is bigger than the basketball court. The cameras are more spread out, and they don't pick up the same thing because there's more space for them to cover. So it could be something like that, but it just doesn't sound right.
Dude, the WNBA game I watched, the Seattle New York game, I watched that with my daughter. We recorded it and watched it later because we had other stuff going on. But I wanted to watch Sabrina Ionescu anyways. I was gonna watch it, and that's Sabrina's the one who trained with Gianna and Kobe at the Mamba Academy. Like she was personal friends with them, right? So I wanted to watch that and see how she played. And man, they were sending some aggressive double teams, bro. If you guys, hey, I know you didn't listen, you didn't tune in for WNBA talk, but
you're getting it, bitch.
You're getting it today. But they did no crowd noise, and I enjoyed it so much. It was so like you could hear everything. You could hear the switches. You could you could hear them yelling the double teams, like, "Hey, go right now to Sabrina," and you're like, "Damn, they are not being kind to this rookie at all." And you're like, "Hey, you do understand?"
Still bodied them.
Yeah, she had a pretty decent game. She was okay. And like I wanted to yell at them and be like, "Hey, you do understand like if Sabrina goes off for like 30 points, more people are going to watch you guys, right? Like people are watching just for her." But like they want to win the game. Seattle's pretty good, Breanna Stewart and Sue Bird. But I watched that and they had no crowd noise. Even the Astros game, they started ramping that crowd noise down on the Sunday game. And it sounded so good. You just had the announcers, you had the game, and that was it. No fake
Maybe that was
noise.
For JV. They wanted moments of silence for JV. They knew.
No, I think it's because they heard me whining so much about
it. They heard you. Okay.
They heard me. They're like, "Hey, this guy's lighting us up on Twitter, man. We got to stop right now." But the WNBA had a huge weekend. Okay, you want to talk about marketing? They pulled off a flawless plan.
They did.
And it's easy when you've got NBA backing you, and like the NBA players have all been on board with the WNBA, and this batch of NBA players are way more supportive of the WNBA than like when the 96 WNBA first started, and those players, NBA players, they weren't all about supporting the WNBA, but guys like Devin Booker, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, they all wore the orange hoodie with the logo, and it was such a hype product, it sold out because all the NBA players were wearing it. It was trending on Twitter. It was the must-have product. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need this. And then you guys reminded me, you're like, wait, Kobe wore this last year.
Yeah, it was actually Josh who reminded us because this was the first time I remembered seeing it. Particularly PJ wearing it with the Grateful Dead dunks. That
such a huge flex.
What a flexer. Yeah, and you're right. Like the hoodie, I think yesterday was the top selling item on Fanatics. You can get the hoodie now, but it's on back order, so you'll get it in like September. So they're just gonna pump a bunch of these, it's awesome, man. Good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good. Like people want to watch. There's some excitement about it, and good for them. We watched 2 games on Saturday because there's one. I wanted my daughter to be in front of it, and even though she didn't like care that much, I just wanted it on for her, right? So she sees that, oh look, the women are playing. We watched the dash. Hey, look, there's women playing, right? Like that's important. So we had it on, and I'll say I was way more invested in the games than she was because she was like playing with her. She was coloring and stuff. So, but it was fun, man. It was cool. Like it wasn't a bad product on the TV side. I enjoyed it. It was a good game. The Seattle game was fun to watch. That's a good team, and like that was cool and good for them that they have momentum now this season. And ESPN picked up, I believe, 7 more extra games for their broadcast, so they're going to broadcast the most amount of WNBA games in the history of the network. Wow. So good on them, man. That's awesome. And I think the girl dad movement after Kobe passed away, that was a big part of it. That was a huge part of it. I think there's just a different support. And then we had, of course, Ted Cruz trying to get involved and trying to make dunk on people. So before that Seattle game, Seattle, New York, the WNBA players, they walked out before the national anthem started, but ESPN, their official account, which is, again, a partner in, like their TV partners, broadcast partners, they misrepresented what happened. They put this tweet out that has like 7 million views now, and they never took it down. They never corrected it until who was the reporter that was there? I'm blanking on her name. Man, she's so awesome. Oh man, what's her? Okay, the reporter's name. It'll come to me in a second. But what ESPN's account did was like the WNBA players are walking out during the national anthem when it turns out it was before the national anthem. So everyone was like, "Oh, you can't be taking a knee in my national anthem." Fine, so we won't even be there for the national anthem, and people got upset about that. And then Ted Cruz, of course, had to make a joke about nobody watches the WNBA and all that crap, and like he got put in his place really fast, and it was like, dude, they have the most to lose, right? Of all the professional athletes, the WNBA has the most to lose, and yet they're still moving forward all their protests. They had a moment of silence. They had remarks from the players. They had shirts on. All of this, and you know what they don't care about?
I think every player in the Liberty Storm game was wearing Breonna Taylor's name on their jersey. Every single one.
Yeah, they were, and they had, they have the most to lose, right?
They do. They definitely do.
And they don't give a damn about it. And by the way, they've been the most socially active league since 2015, 2016. They've been doing this for a long time, man, and good on them. That is awesome. Use your platform, and you know what? If Ted Cruz is going to make jokes, then who cares? I think we should, the best thing we could do as a society is take away social media from politicians.
Oh God, that would be incredible.
Right? Like just take it away. Take it away. Everyone. No, if you are going to run for an office, or if you are currently in office, you're not allowed to be on social media. You want to communicate with your constituents? Email them. But we're not going to play this dumb game where everything just turns into, ooh, look what I did. Ooh, call got you. Ooh, WNBA. Ooh, let's rile up my fan base. Like, shut up.
I think it's important to note with the conversation we're having. I'm on Twitter looking up that tweet you're mentioning from the I can't remember her name either, the ESPN reporter, and I can't find her tweet. I'm everything on the top list is just people either like supporting it with like 10,000 retweets, or just like politicians or people like Tommy Lauren just like talking mess about it.
Gosh, it's the worst. Just get rid of it. Get rid of social media for politicians and watch
ESPN
it.
Did correct. So ESPN corrected it yesterday. Correction: players left the court before the national anthem was played, not during. Yesterday, 2 days after originally posting the video.
Man.
So why not delete the post?
Yeah, why not delete it? Because it's too many views now. Because then you know what it turns into? The same people, Tommy Lahren, Ted Cruz. Oh, what do you have to hide? The internet lives forever. Oh, we got the screenshots. We got the receipts. Ooh, watch this. Ooh, are you fucking helping me out? Sorry, I'm pissed. I hate this so much. I hate politicians on Twitter. It's the worst thing.
One of my I don't have many regrets, but one of my biggest regrets in my life, and I'm too passive aggressive to have ever done this, was when I was eating at the same restaurant as Ted Cruz, not telling him to stop going to Rockets games.
You should have done it.
Just he was at the same sushi restaurant I was at one time in the Galleria area, and I just wanted to tell him, like, please stop going to Rockets games.
Was it Roku?
It might have been.
Ooh, look at you. We're gonna cancel them because Ted Cruz. Dude, why can't I find the reporter? She is so good.
I can't.
She's the one that she just beat cancer recently as well.
I can't find the tweet.
Man, I can't. I'm like looking up reporters as well. I can't find anything. I don't know why. It's not Doris Burke. Oh man, I can't find it. I feel so bad. And she is so good at her job. She does it college football as well. College football sideline. Oh man, this is gonna bother me. I'm sorry. I have to look this up. I gotta get this. Oh, WNBA sideline reporter. Are you getting any luck at WNBA sideline reporter, ABC or ESPN? Let's see. Man. All right, I'll just have to find it later. I'm sorry. Sorry everyone that was listening to that, because I really want to find it. It was not Pam Ward. Man, Josh, find it. Research staff, please find it.
Josh, come on, hurry up. What are you doing?
Yeah, come on, guys. Guys.
We stalled long enough for you, Josh.
Why can't I remember her name? Like, now I feel horrible because she's so good at her job, and yet I can't remember. Damn it. All right. You look it up. I'm done. I feel bad because if I don't find it, let me see. I'm gonna look one more time.
Is it
Reporter.
Malika Andrews?
No, it's not. Malika Andrews is in the bubble. WNBA sideline reporter, ESPN, New York Liberty, Seattle game. What if we do that? Here we go. I think I found a press release. I'm going to find it for you because that's what the people want. They're like, you know what? We're going to hang on to this episode and find out if they can find the name of the WNBA reporter. That's where we are right now. But the people deserve to know. Holly Rowe is who we're looking for.
Is it really?
Holly Rowe, yeah. And theirs is not called the bubble. It's the wobble. WBB. Yep, Holly Rowe is the correct answer. Thank you, guys. There you go. And I looked it up as well. So there you go. All right. Hey, you want to do click or no click?
We can do click or no click, buddy.
All right, let's do click or no click. Christopher Nolan, by the way, they're pushing Tenet all the way to next year.
They're so stupid. They're so stupid for that.
Nah, they're smart, dude. They have, because there was numbers they released in order for that movie to be successful, quote unquote, for Hollywood standards, and it's a Christopher Nolan movie. There's no way they would have reached that number by digital releases. It just wasn't possible. So you just push it back. No, guess what? You know what? People are nobody's gonna steal that idea. Okay, like nobody's stealing Tenet. So I think they'll be okay.
This is the year of taking the L. He should have just taken the L, put it out digitally.
Not Christopher Nolan. You can't. He's a damn genius. Okay, you can't go watch a Christopher Nolan movie or a release at home. Like, it's just not fair.
All right. So first up on click or no click, IKEA is launching a clothing collection. I'm not feeling that one.
Nah, I'm not feeling that one. Will you cop some though?
Is it Off-White? No.
Look at it. Okay, click it just to see it. Okay,
God damn.
Okay, no, it doesn't count as a click because we're not interested in the headline. But I kind of want to see the collection. Okay, I want to see what it looks like. IKEA. I'm pulling it up too. It's on Complex. It's kind of fly, man.
It actually is kind of fly. Now that
barcode one is pretty sick.
I actually don't care for the barcode one.
What do you want? Just the look?
Is it the same shirt?
That sweatshirt looks nice. Here? I'm looking at the sweatshirt with the barcode and a cream. It looks like kind of.
You want to camp out for some IKEA merch, dog?
Dude,
is that what you're trying to do?
What if IKEA merchandise is the hot new trend? It was because Off-White did Virgil did one, right?
They did do a collection with Off-White. Yeah. Like, it has rugs. The first one was like a actual like Persian looking rug, and it had like "keep off" written all over it. Rug in parentheses, and then the second rug was like kind of like turf, and it just had wet grass written all over it.
Gosh, he just throw some quotations on it.
Oh, did you see he just announced today a partnership with Mercedes-Benz?
No,
he's gonna write "car" on the side.
Is this a click or no click?
No, it should have been a click or no click. Actually, we missed that. That was announced today. He's teasing something with Mercedes-Benz.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Oh man, it's got to be the interior, right? Because if he legit just writes "car" on the outside, it would like legit double the value of the Mercedes. Virgil is, by the way, the guy behind Off-White. Do
you think he's gonna put the tags on Mercedes-Benz?
Oh, they'll get stolen so fast. Those would be clipped so fast. Remember when Mercedes emblems were stolen? There was like a huge thing in Houston where everyone's Mercedes emblem was being stolen. That was a huge thing. Not mine because I had a Camry, but. Nobody wants to steal. Although somebody did steal my Toyota sign one time, and I was like, "What?
No!
Why are you stealing a Toyota sign? What are you gonna do with this?"
So it's actually going to be artwork. Not, unfortunately, they're not letting him design a car. That's unfortunate and very disappointing.
Dang. All right, next story.
I was really looking forward to the tags on the rims of the cars.
That would be awesome, man. They would get stolen. As soon as you leave your car, everyone comes in and clips that little tag off.
Study. U.S. ranked among worst countries to raise a family. Oh.
Ooh, give me a click.
Don't
I
we
just want to
already
know
kind of know
where.
that?
I want to know where it ranks. Like, are we sure? Like, it's not. The U.S. isn't a worse place than a developing country. So how can it be one of the worst places?
It's it's all right. So let's see who is this poll even from? New research from travel site Asher and Lyric. Never heard of them. They
Never
sound
heard.
like a crappy indie band.
You know what? Skip that story. If I don't know the website, I don't want to go down the data.
And it's also a very sad one.
Where is it? Well, like, okay, give it to me now. Okay, I need to know.
No, like I mean, like it's sad that
Oh no, dude, it's still a great place to raise a family. Yes, it's still a great place. You know what? You have electricity here. You have running water here. Okay, you have schools here. There might not be the best schools. You still have all of that. You're not in a developing country.
you also have more COVID cases than any other place in the country. So
Absolutely.
maybe that's why it's a terrible place to live in right now.
Absolutely. I'm not denying all that, but it's not the one of the worst places to raise a family.
So to determine the most and least family-friendly countries, they rated 35 countries according to safety, happiness, cost, health, education, and time. Not sure exactly what time is or what they're quantifying for that. But U.S. clocked in 34th. Again, 35 countries, 34th, just ahead of Mexico. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, how'd that taste, Jose?
Leading the pack of overall family safe nations include Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland.
I was gonna say it's gonna be all of those. Like this, what's the region called? I'm blanking on it. We've been blank. I gotta take Alpha Brain next time. We blank on too much stuff in it now. But the Nordic regions. I was gonna say all of those are in there for sure.
Where's Canada among
Middle
this?
of the pack. It's not a great place for family.
I don't see. They don't have the full list here on this story on the New York Post. So now I have to go to the actual story.
Nah, screw it.
It's too late. I'm already doing.
Are you already there? See, it worked. This new company, what is it? Asher
and Lyric.
They got you. They're like, hey, you want to see where Canada is? You better come to our website. We got you.
So
and now they're gonna put a cookie on you.
You called it middle of the pack. Canada's at 19.
Canada's not a great place to raise a family because one, like it's cool. The healthcare stuff is awesome, right? Like everyone has it. But when you're a family, it's expensive. And when you get a lot of money taxed, it's hard. Like they get taxed a lot there. But look, they get a lot in return too. But it's tough.
Asher and Lyric has given Canada an F and cost.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And a D- in time. But again, I don't know what they're quantifying as time.
I think it's how much time you have to spend with your family. It's probably that.
So that's a good thing in some cases, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. If you don't want to spend time with your family, move to Canada. Okay, next one.
All right, next one. Data shows surge of online swingers amid coronavirus.
So more swingers are meeting up online because of coronavirus. That makes sense. You don't want to meet in person. Respect the hustle. No click on that. I don't want to. I mean, where do you even go?
Chat rooms?
No, you just aged yourself. You aged yourself. That's something I would say.
FaceTime, group FaceTimes?
Orgyonly.com? Like farmers only? Josh, where do you guys go? Where do the swingers go?
Okay, the last one. Insane clown posse teams up with Chris Hansen to catch an alleged sexual predator.
What? They teamed up to get a Houston Chronicle writer? It's a true story.
It's a true story, yeah.
It's a true story. One of their writers was arrested and is soon to be charged or is going to trial for this, for picking up minors. So it's a true story.
He was dating a 15-year-old.
Okay, give me the story. That's a good headline right there. Did they do it over Zoom or is this like a new episode of To Catch a Predator coming out or what?
So that's what I'm trying to. I don't. There's a YouTube video on this, and it doesn't. So it's based. It's an interview. They did an interview. Apparently, is where this is coming from. Insane Clown Posse, and I'm trying to read through the quotes. So Juggalo. This I'm having. Per usual, I'm having trouble loading the stories. I'm sorry.
You had me at Juggalo. I'm like, Juggalo Trey?
No, Juggalo Trey, who'll be joining the podcast soon.
Which, if you he had an episode with Granado. I just finished it. Really good. Really good. His podcast is pretty damn good. I want to give him some love again.
I heard his Pac-12 PC voice. Incredible.
Oh no! Did he take my Pac-12 bit?
I think he might have.
What did he do?
He did SEC guy, but the Pac-12 version of it.
Oh, that's my bit, Trey. Trey, what did he do? Was he like, oh, is this like organic burrito? Trey, he's not allowed on this podcast. That was my thing.
No, now he has to come on to talk about that.
Wow, I can't believe Trey sold me out like that. Okay, we couldn't just sit there and not say nothing. Shaggy Too Dope, real name. He's doing what we're doing. Yeah. Okay, so I guess they knew somebody that was preying on minors, and then they teamed up with Chris Hansen to take him down.
Is that the greatest tag team of all time?
That's a pretty damn good one right there. That's a pretty good one. Speaking of, remember last week we said who's been canceled? I have an answer for you because we brought up Insane Clown Posse. Tila Tequila. Do you remember Tila Tequila?
I do remember her. But
she's been canceled.
She's super MAGA, right?
Yeah, but even before that, like ICP canceled her.
Did they?
Yeah, like she was mainstream for a while, and then she went to one of the what is it called? The meetings of the Juggalo?
See, I don't know anything about this.
What do they call it? Renfest? Or is it Meeting of the Juggalos? I forgot what it's called. I'm just joking, guys. Don't get the posse on me. It's not Renfest, I know.
You're going to get canceled.
But, yeah, like she went up there to do stand-up
Gathering of the Juggalos.
Gathering of the Juggalos. And Tila Tequila went up there to do stand-up comedy or something, and she was so bad and racist, if I recall correctly, that they started throwing stuff at her, and her career just wiped out after that.
She was doing Hitler salutes. I think it was 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You know, we had her on the radio show when we first started.
Did you?
Granado and Raheel Waddell. We had Tila Tequila calling because I followed her on Twitter, and then after Trump won, she took a hard turn to Trump, and I was like, okay, I'm good here. This is getting really aggressive. And then the Hitler stuff happened. That's what it was. And I was like, all right, I think she might still follow me on Twitter.
Oh, look.
Let me see. Okay, I'll pull it up. I might have blocked her because I was getting tired. Because she would like actually respond too, if I recall correctly.
Respond to you?
Yeah.
Like if you tweeted negative stuff about Agent Orange?
No, about other stuff. She's not even on Twitter anymore. I don't see her account.
Oh, canceled.
Yeah, I think she got legit canceled. Let me see. Tila Tequila. Man, I can't even find like a Wikipedia for it. Am I saying, is it Tila Tequila?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Twitter. Okay, let me see. Not Twitter, Instagram. Why would Google put that? Just put Twitter. Okay. Yeah, she's suspended from Twitter after posting hate speech. Yep, it's gone. There you go. Tila Tequila. Done. That's whose account. Because I remember going through my DMs one day and I was like, who is a suspended account? That it must be her.
Oh, you were sliding in them DMs. Okay.
No, she was sliding in mine because she was like, can I come on y'all's radio show? She invited herself on the radio show.
What the hell? You've never told me this story before.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, Tila was in 2015. That's when we started Granado Raheel Dell. And I think I even have a podcast somewhere. But when we first started, like I would follow a bunch of, checkmark people. And when I got my checkmark on Twitter, like when another checkmark sees a checkmark, you interact with them, right? That's just like an unspoken rule, right? Or whatever. But
I can't relate. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
So I've heard.
But she started, I'm like, I can't find the trail of this, but she would tweet me because she saw I had a radio show, and she invited herself on either because she had a Houston appearance or she just wanted to talk on the radio and get a platform.
Wow.
Yeah, wild story, dude.
Seems
And she said, and I remember the podcast. We were like, "Ooh, this is uncomfortable." So we cut it short too because she was really aggressive. Yeah, there's a little Tila Tequila story for you guys.
Did you pass her number on Adele?
No, I don't think I did. Let me see. Tila Tequila, Raheel Ramzanali. Let's see if we can find anything. Dude, I'm pretty sure we had, I guess, unless they took the podcast down or something, but all right. Yeah, I can't find it, but I'll look for it. It's in my, I know I have it somewhere on my files, but there you go. A little Tila Tequila story to end the show for you. All right, Jose, we're done. Anything else? Did we miss anything that you want to talk about?
Apparently, Ryan Presley is being shut down. I don't know how long, but he is having some issues himself.
Oh, that's why he didn't come in the game early yesterday, huh?
That would explain it.
Wow. Okay.
According to Chandler Rome, who might or might not be fake news, apparently, Astros setup man Ryan Presley has elbow soreness. Dusty Baker says he is day to day.
Okay. No surgery?
Elbow soreness is not a good start.
Damn. Well, there goes the Astros. We're done. No more Astros, but cancel the MLB season. It's not worth it.
It's not worth the embarrassment of the Astros not making the, at bare minimum, the ALCS.
No, we're good. Like, it's why I even watch it. All right, guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much for sticking towards the end. If you finish this whole thing, props to you. We appreciate it. Don't forget, Alamo Remedy now has hemp flower. So if you want a smokable CBD, you can get hemp flower right now. Less than 0.3% THC. So you won't test positive and all that. It's all lab tested. It's all good. Get it right now at alamoremedy.com plus 10% off with code UNICORN. So you can get that. The hemp flower is $19.99, but if you buy two, it's $17.99. So a little discount there for the people. Jose, anything to promote for you?
Not a damn thing, man.
I love it. Another week of no promotion. Follow him on Twitter at ParJ94. Guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time.